about the game, but I'm going to go ahead and ask the fans. Hi, I am here with Abigail. We're in the French Quarter. Abigail's a big Saints fan. Show everybody your feather. What do you think about the suspended players being able to play in that?
That is great relief. Really great relief, and I think it's a smart decision.
Who's your favorite player on the Saints?
I am a Sproulsy girl.
You are? Are you excited about the debut of RG3 tomorrow?
Yes.
So much so that you flew down to New Orleans to watch the season opener.
We rode a motorcycle.
Wow, you rode motorcycles. Okay, so who do you think is going to be his favorite receiver? Do you think it's going to be Pierre Garçon, like a lot of people are guessing, or do you think he's going to find Santana Moss?
I'm going to throw the curve and say Fred Davis.
What's your biggest concern about RG3?
He's not big enough to be a running quarterback.
I hear. And what are your predictions for this game?
Cautiously optimistic. Hopefully, we'll be able to stay in the game, contain Drew Brees. Maybe RG3 runs one for a touchdown.
And who do you think his favorite target's going to be?
I think he's going to rely on Fred Davis, Santana Moss today, but over the course of the season, maybe Garçon gets in the mix, maybe Josh Morgan. He's going to mix it up.
So do you play fantasy football?
I do.
And do you have any players on your fantasy team in this game?
I do. I've got Alfred Morris, who I think is a sleeper to have a good season. He's just got the start as of half an hour ago. He looked great in the preseason. I think he's going to have a great year at Shanahan's.
How old are you, sweetie?
I'm 17 years old.
And why do you like fantasy football?
Drew Brees plays
Sleeper
it.
for the season. What's your pick?
Quarterback for the Seahawks.
And why do you like fantasy football so much other than Drew Brees playing?
It's a way to get people to be more interested in the NFL.
It's halftime at the Saints-Skins game. The Skins are up. The Saints are struggling a little bit. What do you see happening in the second half?
Like we always do, we come from behind. Drew Brees will get it together. We'll make some good adjustments at the half, mainly to contain RG3 because right now he looks unstoppable.
I know you play fantasy football and you've got Jimmy Graham, tight end for the Saints, on your team.
I do.
Already has a touchdown this game.
That's right.
What do you see him doing for the second half and for the rest of the season?
Going into full-blown beast mode.
From a fantasy perspective, if you could choose one running back from the Saints going forward, who do you see getting the most points?
I actually have Pierre Thomas as my dark horse. In the preseason games, he got a lot of carries. He runs the screen and better than anybody, I think, in the league, much less the Saints. So I really think Pierre's going to be the one.
We're exiting the Superdome from the Redskins' narrow victory over the Saints.
Right?
How you feel about that?
Feel very encouraged.
Your thoughts on Alfred Morris in that really crowded, totally unpredictable Skins backfield?
It is unpredictable. Who knows what Mike Shanahan's going to do?
Would you pick him up off of your waiver wire?
In my league, he's already been drafted.
All right. Who do you root for, not on the Skins, fantasy-wise?
Leaving the Superdome, how can I say anything other than Jimmy Graham?
Wow, what an awesome weekend in New Orleans, capped off by an incredible game. Here are my fantasy takeaways. RG3 is legit. The Redskins' pass rush is no joke, and Pierre Garçon, if he can stay healthy, will definitely be a threat in the passing game moving forward. On the Saints side of things, Drew Brees, he's Drew Brees. They may not have won this one, but he's going to be a stud all season long. Lance Moore, surprisingly, got more and more action as the game went on. I think people feel really confidently about him. I think he's a nice buy or flex week option moving forward. Also, Jimmy Graham, stud's a stud. No denying that. Thanks so much, New Orleans. I've had a great time. Remember, guys, win big.